Alright, so today we're going to talk about lesson 26, percent of quantity. You need to write this down where it says, what I highlighted is what you need to write now. Keep thinking of what quantity means. Keep thinking about what quantity means. Okay, what does the word quantity mean? What does the word quantity mean? Yes.
Quantity means the value.
Okay, so maybe the amount. So a number, right? Quantity means a number. Like, have you ever seen, like, in a big box where they say quantity of 6 cookies?
No.
Okay, well, notice that when you go to the grocery store. They say quantity, so that means there are 6 packages of cookies in this box, right? Okay, so it's just a number. So, I'm going to say in my description and summary of the lesson or concept, I'm going to say that I can, this is what we're going to be able to do by the end of this. Yes, you need to be writing this down. I can find a percent of a number. Okay, remember that quantity and number are the same things. Okay, I'm going to give you a tip. The tip is that what we need to do is we need to figure out when we're finding a percent of a number, we need to figure out what is to make a key. So we're going to write to make a key with part, whole, and percent. So when we're working through a question, we can make a key and we can label each so that we can identify what is the part, what is the whole, and what is the percent. Alright, nod your head if you understand what I'm saying. Okay? Also a thing to keep in mind is that we are going to basically multiply the percent by the number. That's all we're going to do, okay? So we're going to add that in. Multiply, I'm going to abbreviate multiply. The percent, I'll abbreviate percent, by the number. And abbreviate number. Hashtag awesome, right? Hashtag get over it. Okay, now the most important thing to understand about this concept is that we are only creating equivalent ratios. Okay, that's the most important thing. When we are working with percents, we are only creating equivalent ratios. Okay, so we're going to write that. We are creating equivalent Okay, how this concept relates to other concepts we've studied. Have you ever seen this before? Have you seen a question like this before? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Yes, right? And yesterday you told me that to make a percent is the same as making it the same value as a decimal and a fraction. Remember this? Nod your head if you remember that. Okay, so could I turn my fraction into a percent and say 25% of 25? Could I figure that out?
Yeah.
Yes. What percentage is, so I'm going to tell you that 1/4 is 25%. Okay. No. Yes, you need to write this down. Okay. So this is how this is almost the exact same thing as what we were doing, but now we have a percentage. And yesterday we talked about changing that percentage into a fraction and a decimal. So now we can take our percentage, change it to a fraction or a decimal, multiply it by my number, and bam, answer. How easy is that, right?
So easy. Hashtag easy.
Hashtag awesome.
Why are we doing hashtags?
Why not?
Hashtag because it's fun.
Right. Talk about my favorite thing ever. Okay? Are you ready to talk about my favorite thing ever?
Because.
What do you think is my favorite thing ever to do?
Because.
Okay, maybe math, yeah?
Multiply.
I talked about this. Does nothing with school at all. Yes.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, I know.
What?
I remember.
Oh, my favorite word is because. Yes, Vinny. What?
Shopping.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was
I love to go shopping. Miss Dillon likes to go shopping
I
too.
hate shopping.
Miss Dillon is a shopper. And Miss Dillon, when we go to the store, we strive for the cheapest price, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you gotta get the most money. So, I went Black Friday shopping. How many of you went Black Friday shopping?
I couldn't
I
get it.
don't know
I'm
that.
gonna go
I
I did.
Now, the store, okay, we're gonna do a little scenario here. Let's pretend that I am going to the store and I'm gonna buy something that's $100. Okay, it's Black Friday, so it's normally, like,
3 million.
yeah, $3 million. Okay, no, I don't know. But okay, it's gonna be $100. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Black Friday shopping. Now, in the store that I went to, the earlier you get there, the better percent off you got. So, guess what? I went to the store and unfortunately I did not make it there in time. So I only got 10% off. I only got 10% off. Oh, man, that stinks, right? Is that a good amount to have off?
Yeah.
No.
It's still pretty good.
It's better than nothing,
You
right?
don't have to pay $3,000.
Okay, it's better than nothing. But, unfortunately, Vinny, it's not that good, right? The higher the percent, the more money you are off. The more money you save, the more money you get off of the original price. So, could you think, so how did we say, if we have a percent and a percent of money, what did we do? What did we say earlier that we would do? Yes. Multiply. And what are we multiplying? Read it?
100 times 10.
100 times 10. But what did we say we needed to do to the percent first? We're gonna times it by 10. Oh, we said we were gonna multiply it by the percent. So we can take 100 and we can multiply it by 10%, right?
That would equal 1,000.
All right, but that's 10%. So let's create an equivalent form of 10% as a, what do you want, decimal or fraction?
Fraction.
We can do both. We'll do decimal first.
How does that even go with the problem?
You'll see. What is 10% written as a decimal? Alyssa? 0.1, because we're moving our decimal point over 2 spots. Okay, we're dividing by 100. Okay, so let's do 10 times 0.1. Nope, just watch. What's 1 times 0? 0. 1 times 0? 0. 1 times 1? 1. How many times are we going to move our decimal point over? 2. Ooh, how many numbers do we have behind the decimal point? 1. So how many times are we moving our decimal point? 1. So it's going to be right here. So how much money is that? Kennedy, how much money is that?
$10.
$10, right? So now, how much do you think, so now is my thing I wanted to buy for $100, is it $10?
No. It's $10 off.
It's $10 off. So how much would my thing cost? Maybe it was a stereo. How much would my stereo cost? What do you think, Emily?
You're gonna be cheap stereo.
I think that stereo would cost about $100.
Well, but it's 10% off, so we need to take off this $10 $10.
That's $10.
We're taking it off of 100 though. So we're
Then
basically,
it would be 0.
look
What's
at
100 minus 10?
Emily, look, we have something. Yeah, we're taking $100 and we're minusing $10. Okay, so it's gonna cost me $90.
That's better.
But if I would have gotten there 2 minutes before, I would have gotten 20% off.
Still not big. It's only 80%.
So now, what do you think? What do you think is gonna be?